Hey everybody, so as you saw in the last video, I had a really bad nosebleed. This is about the time getting out of the hospital after that nosebleed. Still feeling really bad. I was going through steroid withdrawal, which is really just tough emotionally and physically, and the rest of this video kind of just goes through that. I'm at home, but in so much pain, but I hate the emergency room. I really don't want to go back there. Some of you know that I caused a huge scene at the new doctor's last week, basically shaking and crying, saying I don't want to die while asking to get a precautionary test moved up. I was really worried that I ruined the relationship with the doctor that's supposed to figure out what's wrong with me, but today we both apologized, and I think it's okay. And luckily for the doctor and me, we didn't move up the test, but nothing bad happened. Numbers were much higher than expected, still low enough to be getting a platelet transfusion, but that's to be expected. The doctor called me. We're pulling out some bigger guns and want to send me to Duke University Hospital. They're not sure here in Charlotte what fully I need to get better. Duke University Hospital is ranked #1 in North Carolina, so that's good. I didn't even ask for a referral. I think it's bad that I need to go to this specialty university hospital, but I have good feelings about going. Haven't felt great lately, haven't left the house much, so lots of Gilmore Girls, digital drawing, and writing. Becoming a germaphobe, no longer drinking water from the bathroom sink. I don't like most hugs, but thanks Ben for always sending really cute memes to make my day more positive. Things keep dropping, platelets faster than before, now red blood cells and white blood cells. Doctors think that I need to go to Duke full time for all of my treatment and all of my checkups. And the Duke doctors might decide to give the orders but still have me treated in Charlotte, who knows. So getting prepared just in case to move to a new city, a new place. But maybe Snoopy and I will make some new friends there. It's my second set of platelets I've needed this week. A handful of friends who watch my Instagram or who I call once in a while say it's great how positive you are. I'm sure a handful of other friends would literally laugh out loud at that statement. I generally say that I have good days and bad days. I think I practice compartmentalization. In real life, life is mad hard for everybody. It's really hard for me to stay positive a lot of the time. But a huge shout out to the ones that have been messaging me constantly since I became sick, being non-stop support. Words cannot explain how much positivity you've brought to me. So thank you so much, Ben, Aruba, Yasub, Shayash, and just like the entire list of people for being daily support. Went to the movies today, saw Just Mercy. It was really nice to get out of the house. Also, although I took it easy and sat most of the time, went to Charlotte's Women's March to listen to the speeches and to show my support. So much cuteness and positivity. Thank you, Destiny, for your gift. I really, really appreciate it. I love the hippo. I love the socks. I love the book and the blanket. It all is just really positive vibes. And card on point. Though you may not feel that way right now, you're stronger than you know and more beautiful than you believe. And I just want to remind you, I think you're pretty amazing. So, the doctors think I need a bone marrow transplant. Per my insurance, they expect it to be $300,000. But with insurance, I should only pay about $1,000. Reasons to have insurance. Again, as usual, like almost every few days, at the doctor's. I don't like needles, but Hippo and I had matching armbands today. Decided to treat myself to my second fancy coffee today at the local coffee shop. Doing some video editing at the coffee shop, as usual. Last couple weeks were really, really miserable with pain and the nosebleed, but I'm finally feeling back like a functional person, mostly. Duke Hospital appointment scheduled for next week. If I'm an okay candidate, we'll start looking for bone marrow donors. 8th set of platelets. Hopefully I'll get some answers soon. I'm not sure how much longer my body can keep getting platelets for. Bad reaction to platelets today. Apparently One of the nurses said that sometimes when you get transfusions a lot, you can just start getting reactions. My whole body was really, really, really itchy. It wasn't fun, but they gave me a ton of Benadryl, which pretty much knocked me out. To treat myself, got out of the house, went to yoga, used some free socks, used a free towel, and the yoga was free. Most days I feel mostly fine, but there's been a few emergencies. Gushing blood, a closed throat, transfusions attacking my body. At the time they seemed somewhat okay. The doctors usually made me so high I barely remember. But the parts I do remember are pretty scary. The nervousness in the nurses, the concern in the doctors, it's unsettling. Emergencies are unsettling. Just felt the need for sharing, but gotta keep pushing forward. It costs $0 to remind someone they aren't alone in this world. I love you. Great post. Really good positive vibes. Back at the transfusion center, and another bad reaction of platelets, but bring on the Benadryl, it usually makes me feel better. Afterwards, I treated myself to a $7 taco. It's a good taco, but pretty expensive. And so in general, I'm still waiting on Duke to process me as a patient. And right now the doctor thinks that I have aplastic anemia and will need a bone marrow transplant, which is quite a long, big procedure. But the doctors in Charlotte and the hospital in Charlotte doesn't really treat aplastic anemia, and they don't do bone marrow transplants for that. So they think that going to Duke is the next step.